Reminds me of the white cliffs of Dover. Ice creams on the beach. So, that's where Jasper lives. Clever. Nice little studio up there. Fishing rod off the side. Wonder what the Wi-Fi's like. Hello, I'm Jono. And we're going to be making a video today. I almost wanted to say, and today, I'm very excited to show you. No, hopefully this video is a bit of a clue as to what this video is going to be on, other than the actual title of the video, right? But had an interesting few days, and Jasper Blunk of Performance Samples got in touch with me. I made a little video just to test Twitch audio because I want to do some live streaming, and I basically had bought what was it, Solos of the Sea, Violin B, and I just made a quick 10-minute video, and he got in touch and he said, would I like to do an unofficial walkthrough of Oceania II? So that's what we're going to have a little look at, and I thought we'd actually make this very thematic. Do you like what I've done? I've been renting a new space, obviously. Lots of touchscreens and gadgets. Going to have some special guest beam in here at some point, but you know, we must stick to certain budgets and knowledge before we can make this stuff happen. Hopefully this is a bit more thematic for you. Oceania. Let's actually have a look at it, shall we? Okay. I've been working on a track on and off, and I was working on it in another video I did recently. So you know, I'm gonna go through Oceania II, and I'm gonna show you how it works, and then I'm gonna try and use it, and you know, see if I can actually do a bit of writing on the fly, and hopefully it's gonna be a train wreck because that'd be entertaining, right? But first things first. Do you like how I'm inside Cubase? I mean, Cubase is my best friend. You know, I need to get rid of the box and get inside Cubase. Let's have a little look. Okay. I'm just going to see where the best place is so I don't fall foul. Okay, so I started using a vocal library here. So let's load it up in here so I can actually know where I am. Right, so you're going to need Contact, obviously. This, I've got to say this as well, this is a beta version, right? So there's only, I have asked what is the difference between this and what is released, and there is only one thing that's different, and I will show you. So the folder hierarchy in here, we've got men and women, and in here we've got men main, men risers, and men whispers, and then we've got women main, women risers, and women whispers. So let's have a look at let's just go down in order, I guess. Okay, so here's the GUI, or the GUI, as the millennial will say. We've basically got two mic positions. I messaged Jasper the other day and I said, man, what, I know, like, it sounds like a room. Like, it's a room mic, but what does DC stand for? And he replied, Decker. I thought, oh my God, I need to go to bed. Of course it stands for that, so CL's close. But before we actually go through this, shall I just play a bit of it rather than, you know, talking? Let's actually hear what this beast is like. Which actually is a good point to say this. It's got 2 release speeds, and one is actually for fast phrases. So let's hear the mics, right? So close mic. Room mic. We can obviously mute that, which does nothing if we've only got one mic. Well, it will mute it, obviously. Solo does nothing because it's already there. So this will now be just decatory. Let's put them both back on. And that comes, I don't know if the one publicly released will be -5.3. Maybe that's a mix. Maybe that actually is a mix. So mod wheel all the way down. Okay, so you can obviously put your own dynamic, your mod wheel to whatever setting you want and whatever CC number you want. I'm going to leave mine on mod wheel CC1. Key switch route, so you can change the key switches. Here are the, I don't know why it's called key switches really, because these are, if you notice, I'm going to press C and then you'll watch what happens here where the mouse is. It's it goes through the syllables, cycles through the syllables. So I'm not sure why it says KS, but anyway, if I click that, look, we can change it. And this is what's not going to be in the finished release. Not sure why. Would have to ask, but I'm sure there is a good reason. Obviously, panning, and here we can assign the mic positions. I've only got a stereo output on this in contact right this second and this home setup. But if you wanted surround or quad, and then separate everything out, which is a very good idea. That's easy to do straight from there. M stands for mic mixer, and obviously S is for syllable. And if you click here, let's play C again. You notice how it's cycling through. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't realise that. When you don't have a legato, a joining note, I should say, not legato, it goes to the next word. When you play something fast and it's all joined, it doesn't change there, or it doesn't seem to change there. Maybe it does. It doesn't sound like it's repeating. Anyway, this can go up to 20, okay, but you've got 12 words. And what you can do here is change the order of anything you want, which is cool, for variation and just how you actually want it. There is a feature that I have missed already, but I kind of wanted to go back to it, but I'll do this now, right? In here, we have, I'll show you this anyway, right? But that's what that does. It just basically moves the range. It doesn't pitch shift anything, it just moves the range, which I think is really useful. But here, this option here, sus pedal and velocity. I don't have a sustain pedal plugged into this little controller right now. I've got one, I don't need it right this second. But these features do the same thing, but one is via velocity, one's sustain pedal. So hear it right now on velocity. Now I'm going to hit hard. it's adding a suffix of at the end. So I don't know what the exact value is. It's like, I think it's 64 if it's half. So if your velocity response on your keyboard is bad, then you know, this is going to kind of, you're going to have to do post editing basically. But I'll try and play something and do some of each, but it's going to have S's on everything. So it's a great feature, but I'd have to, I was having to play with it last night. Funny enough, I made this video last night and it all encoded in, like, it looked like Pac-Man, so I have to do it again. But it's actually cool to have some more time with it. So if I just play normally, like hard, too much S-ing, right? So I would work with it like this, with sustain pedal on, so it doesn't work with velocity. And then I would edit it. Obviously, if you're using sustain pedal, it works like this. And then when you press the sustain down, it will go and then let go, and then it will be back to normal again, which is really handy. That might actually be a better way of doing it. If you've got a crappy keyboard response, then it's definitely a better way of doing it. But let's just record something rough. So now let's change this to velocity. Right, get rid of this, and we'll just hear this back. See, it's all S's. So what you would have to do is select this, pull this down. So let's change that one there to an S. Yeah, so that's S as well. Where's the volume down on this? Oh, okay. Because the mod is down. Let's just draw the mod in for a second. I know it's terrible behaviour. Good. Right, okay. Beach ball. No? Oh, okay, good. Got for that. Check on that. Yeah, good. Okay, so I wouldn't have. I might have that one as an S. No, now we're beach balling. God damn it. Right, so. Okay, so when I draw, that's the note sticking, so I'm not sure if that's a beta thing or what, but maybe that would be better like this. Maybe not. If I pull it down like this, it doesn't. Anyway, you get how that works. You know, you have to spend some time and figure out how you actually want it to work. But you know, let's get this back up, shall we? So we've gone through the syllable selection. Now B, I did actually have to ask what B stood for, and it stands for balance. So here immediately you can see you've got a makeup gain. Which is useful, and obviously command or control is the universal reset the knob to whatever it was default. Here we have compression and expansion, which is useful. We've got compress dynamics, either velocity or CC. And then we've got expand, velocity and dynamic range. And then we've got compress the high register and the low register. The high register and low register is actually quite interesting. I'll put it up to maximum just to show you the extremities of this, right? But if I've got mod all the way down, we're at the lowest dynamic, and as I push it forward, it's compressing it and it gets quieter. Which is, you know, you go, oh, well, why would I use that? It's too quiet now. Well, you can use the makeup gain. It's all to get more expression out of, you know, your MIDI playing or programming, you know, to make it more human. But let's put this back down to nothing. Expand, it'd be the opposite. So I've got mod all the way down. Man, it sounds amazing. Okay. So compress high and low register is interesting. So as I go up the register, it's going to compress, right? So I'm going to put the mod on maximum. Let's go down. Can you hear that? So let's not 100% it, because it's a little bit silly. You hear that? You can hear more of the lower notes. Hear that? And then, obviously, you'd expect this with the low register, right? So it should start off with nothing down here. It's a bit extreme, obviously. No audio at all. Useful, man. Okay. So that's balance. Beach Ball. I've got 130 tracks active in here. Some of it's audio. It's probably about 110 instrument tracks. So I don't know. I'm not impressed with the trash can at all. It's just a trash can. Right. Let's load the women in here as well, just for a second. And in fact, no. Let's load the women first separately. Otherwise, we will have complaints of sexism, and we can't have that on this YouTube channel. I dislike everyone equally. Right. Okay, so this is the women mains. Women main, I should say. Same controls. Sounds amazing. This is twice the amount of singers as the first one, Oceania. There's something very natural sounding about it. I know the first one's not normalized, so I'm going to take a guess and say this is not. Go high. Very playable. It's just instantly, you know, you got your sustains, you got your shorts. The way it feels like polyphonic legato, sort of. I mean, it's a sustain, but every time it's got a good attack. The transitions are good. There are 2 transitions apparently. One is for fast passages. So I don't know what the hell that is. It's some kind of weird American calypso. Not calypso, kind of Mission Impossible 2 kind of like the start. Very impressive transitions, man. And obviously, we'd change this to the S's. That's amazing. So that's the lowest you can go. Somebody's been practicing their D major scale. And their A major. Right, so let's make a multi, shall we? Why not? Let's hear it together. Oh man, thanks so much for sending me the beta. Like, honestly, this is amazing. It's so amazing. We will keep women on top. I don't want any disgruntled viewers. Okay, let's turn that on. I would definitely work with this with the velocity, with that velocity off. I'd like to have a go with the sustain pedal, but The reason why I haven't plugged it in, and this is a total side moment of digressing, this little keyboard is incredible, right? This little thing, I bought it traveling, but the foot jack goes in here and the USB, and because of that, it means it can't be flush to any gear that you have, like a laptop or a hotel room. So if it just went in the ends, like that would just be so good. So the sustain jack I've got literally comes out by like that much. So I just can't plug it in. I'd have to move everything. So how I would work with that is have it selected to that, and then I would post edit. I would try and play, but I can't play. I just can't. But anyway, here's a multi of men and women. Let's see the ranges actually. Okay, so I mean, obviously men can't sing as high as women. I used to sing in the church choir when I was younger, and I never tell anyone that. Now I've told everyone. My mum forced my brother and I to sing in the choir years ago, and I'm really glad she did in the end, because we were, learning how to read music and stuff when we were little, which doesn't explain why I'm so terrible at music now, but I can relate to this. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to get to is that the ranges are different. If you want to make a multi like this, right, why not keep this in, this transpose? If I do this, look, the ranges are stacked on top, so we can now I'll put it back down to how it was. Well, maybe it's actually better like that, I don't know. Transpose it again. I'm trying to rinse, like, how much music can I try and play on this little micro keyboard? Everything I like to play in G. Transitions sound amazing. Maybe not like that, but. So let's turn the room mics off just for a second. I mean, one of my favourite choir libraries, it's not even a choir library, it's the choir out of Metropolis Arc 1 for Big Star. It's a small choir, it's really detailed. This and that together would complement, I think. And I only mention Metropolis Arc Choir because it's the same philosophy as using samples of using, say, a symphonic string library, and then you want more detail, so you add a chamber size string library. And, you know, you have to play around and layer stuff to make things sound, you know, better, or, you know, more realistic, or not realistic, but something that just sounds better. I think it's fair to say. Talking about realism in samples is, you know, talking about blow up sex dolls being real and stuff. As Mike Verta would say. Anyway, right, so that's a multi of both. Let's have a look at the other stuff in here, man. Okay, so we've got risers and we've got whispers. So let's do the men risers. 2 mics. Under the balance tab, we've got makeup gain. Okay, I understand it's for consistency to keep it there. Maybe no need. Yeah, no, keep it consistent. Okay, so mod wheel doesn't affect it at all. You'd have to fake it with expression. I'm just going to go for each one. So they're getting longer. They're mapped out so they're longer as we go. Come on, how long can you sing for? Impressive. Okay, so let's try the women risers. Two mics. Makeup gain on here. Okay. Okay. There are less of them with the women. Right, so that's men, and it goes up to B, and that goes up to F. I wonder why. You're not cheapskating on us, are you, Jasper? I mean, for God's sake. Anyway, shall we listen to? Let's listen to the women first. There must be a great reason for it. The singer's just got tired and said no more. The women win, obviously. That's way longer than the guys. I wonder why. Answer these questions, Jasper. Let's try this out, shall we? Okay, so men risers. And let's duplicate the track. Women risers. It'd be good of you if you don't do this to set shortcuts up on your keyboard, so you can just instantly raise the plugins and stuff like I just did. It saves a lot of time in the long run. I'll show some of that stuff if I do some live streaming, not to get too bogged down into any other details in this video. Okay, so we've got women risers and we've got men risers, and let's just put it here. Okay. Okay, so B is the longest, so let's have a look. Okay, so we are bang on 290. Okay, we'll mute that. Silly me, hold on. What? Nice truck going past. Okay, F is the highest. Okay, so the women are 4 bar and the men are 2. Again, there must be a good reason for that. Should we hear them together? I live in New York. Like upstate New York is like truckers and everyone carrying guns and shit up here. But no one carries them like in Texas and Florida where they're allowed to actually show them and stuff. They've all got to be concealed. But the Bass Pro Shop, the local Bass Pro Shop, is completely sold out of all guns and all ammo. You can't even buy 2.2 rounds that are typically used for rodent disposal, would be a polite term. You can't even buy a fishing rod as well. I don't know why people are obsessed with toilet roll fishing rods and guns. It's a weird place. But anyway, you get a lot of bikers and truckers all just revving their engines up and stuff. Anyway, here's the men and women risers. Yes. Sounds very cool. Okay. We might as well leave them in there. We'll do a bit of writing with this stuff. Okay. So what's left? Whispers. Men whispers. Modwu again doesn't affect anything. Makeup gain. Change all the syllables. I am going to save up and actually buy a decent keyboard. If decent, I'm going to buy a keyboard controller that's actually got at least 61 notes out here, I think. I'm just trying to save up to actually go back to England actually at Christmas time, so maybe spending my money on a keyboard controller isn't deemed as urgent right this second, but it's definitely something I'm going to rectify. Actually start playing again. I'll start a GoFundMe page. I need to raise $90. Anyway, these are the whispers. Let's hear the women. Same situation as before. Let's do the makeup gain. It's a nice touch having that S. Well, I mean, that's everything in the library. I mean, I don't know what to say about it really. I mean, the sound of it's amazing. It's got a real natural vibe. It feels good to play. I like things that are good to play. Forever clicking in stuff, you know. But here's a multi again. Change the balance of each. Let's expand. Obviously you have to get the movement right. That sounded jerky because it's me. Don't blame Jasper for my shortcomings here. Awesome. Something I was thinking that would be a very good thing to add to this. I don't know. It's always that. Oh God, what more do they want? Just buy my library and be quiet. No. Something I've been thinking that would be actually really cool. Because you can change the syllables to whichever order you want. And they, you know, they cycle round. I don't know what that was on like that. That was weird. A randomize button would be good. So you just click it and just randomize, and just actually just sometimes, you know, you just come across happy accidents, so to speak. That would be cool. Also, having some sort of option so you can create whatever you want, and then store the preset, and so you can just keep creating ones that you like. That would be amazing. I would like that a lot. Make it so. Other than that, though, I don't really have any other suggestions for how to make it better. It just sounds amazing. It's definitely rooted for massive, epic sounding music, I think. I mean, like it's, you know, it's loud. When I say loud, I'm talking about the dynamics. You know, people don't whisper like that. There's 100 singers, you know, what else are you going to expect? Yes, right, okay, well. Welcome back. I would say that that's the end of this unofficial walkthrough as far as walking you through the library. And I'm now going to, you know, if you're not interested in anything else, then see you later, man. I'm glad to have shown you the library. It's incredible. Basically, I'm going to try and use it in a track now. Something I've been writing. But, you know, if you're interested in this, check out performancesamples.com. And, you know, If you buy it, buy it. If not, don't. It's none of my business. I'm a great salesman, right? Yeah, cool. Anyway, let's have a little play with it in the context of some music. I'm trying to write a track at the moment in between other things, and so it's taking a while, and I don't know, maybe this will work in this track. I have no idea. And I'm not like other YouTubers that can just instantly write loads of music quickly. This probably will turn into a train wreck, so you know, I can take it. I can handle the disgrace to music that I'm about to commit. But let's have a little look at the track that I'm trying to sort of do something with. Let's just colour that so I know that these are the choir. Whatever, doesn't matter. Make them pink and blue. Yes. Zoom to selection. Okay, so I'm going to have a listen to the track from the start, right? And then basically, just to put in context, I'm going here, I've got this little section that's going to be, it goes down, and obviously it would help if I just changed the screen, but I didn't, so, you know, you probably just saw me just tapping away on the keyboard. Basically, I'm at this part where the track goes down, and I want it to climax up, and that's where I'm thinking the choir is going to be really good. So let's put it back onto Cubase's screen. And see what we can do. I mean, probably not a lot, because you know I'm not like Daniel James who can just literally turn a track out like that. Good snare sound. Fuck's sake. What the hell happened there? What on earth happened there? Right. This is weird. Okay, so I don't know what was going wrong in the middle section. Like something, maybe it's just a MIDI timing thing. I don't know. I shall have to have a look in a minute. So it comes down into this dropout, and I introduced a little bit of this Jaeger vocal. Meredith Jaeger from Audio Imperia. It's amazing. Definitely standout part of the library, to be honest. But I like it. I like it coming in, and so therefore I don't just want it to come in and that be it. It goes, "Hey Meredith, can you come and do 3 notes?" I want the samples to do the main melody in here, And I was messing around last night. See, I tried to make this video last night, and I was just messing around with that, and so I haven't finished it, which is why it kind of sounds out of time and stuff at the moment. So consider this to be a rough sketching thing, because it takes me forever to tweak notes and everything just to make it how I want. But I'll play it back here. I have no idea why all that was out of time. It was just all percussion stuff, man. It wasn't anything else. Last night, I thought that was a good idea at the time. I'm not so sure right now. We're just going to go with it though for the moment. What I'm hearing out of the library, out of Oceania II, I mean, we'd try out the main on here, but I think the main's way too big for this build-up. So what I've got in my head is that obviously when it drops out, it's going to drop out. I don't know how long for, 4 beats, maybe 8 at the most, because it needs to keep momentum, and so it needs to drop and then fucking erupt and destroy. It needs to make the audience actually not want to go to the cinema. It needs to be the opposite to that, to be fair, but you know, it needs to be a climax, and that's when I think Oceania main goes, you know, for this track anyway. So I'm thinking maybe whispers along here, riser as well, like to go up into the main part. So if I put it here, we're just here. I put these beats here. I was just copying, so it's I mean, it's a trailer track at the end of the day, or it's trying. I've never written a trailer track before, so you know, I'm just having a go and having some fun. I want to get good at it, but you know, all of this stuff is rough and placeholder and stuff. I haven't produced it properly. But I figured as I've been using some of these hits, I want to have it consistent throughout, because consistency is important. But let me play it here, and then I'll I guess this, yeah. Hello. This is an announcement.
Train to Waterloo, leaving in 5 minutes. Get your ass in gear, boy.
God damn it, I love this reverb. Anyway, I will try and sing what I have in my head. Like, try and sing the melody. Down, 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 da 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 down, da down, 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 whatever. That's what I'm thinking with choir and Shall I turn the reverb off now? Not before I play, sing, speak with my voice sounding very bass-like. If you're interested at a later date, I can show you UAD and all of the plugins. All of them. Luckily, I have all of them through the studio I work at, which is an incredible privilege. Anyway, enough of this tomfoolery. just for fun. Yes. Right, enough of this. Welcome back. The very dry signal. Okay, so that's the idea. I think what we're going to do is now I've painted that out, we're going to copy this. Just all of this is going to be placeholder. Of course, make sure snap on. If you're in Cubase, press J. If you want a quick Cubase tip. Okay. We're just going to copy this. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just do one turn around. I thought this was much fun to do, more fun to do this, you know, rather than just have a walkthrough, go here are the patches and stuff. Let's actually try and use it. So this is going to kick in. Down, 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 bam, 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 bam. So we would probably. Separate tracks just so I can have the tail. Don't have to edit them. It's for speed. No, 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 no. Bring in some massive thing there. Windows will blow off. Okay, so we'll just see how that is. So that's up to 8 bars there. Okay. I've got 2 bars there. So I think what we're going to do, let's start with the risers. Within risers. Okay. Do 2. I'm going to have them on separate tracks because I know what they are then. I don't know why I've just changed all of that when I could have just left it as women, right? Idiot. Okay, so we're going to use the B. Remember, mod and stuff doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about mod. Can I remember if there's no, there's no S. Might be cool to have an S option on the end of that, but maybe not. It's huge, isn't it? Okay. So let's put women riser, and bear in mind it's twice as long. So it's F. It's twice as long. So go away, the beach ball. I'm just gonna literally wait and I'm gonna build a Threadripper when they're good, when they actually are stable. I'm hoping the next one is 128 core. I'm gonna build one of those. I'm never gonna bitch about this stuff ever again until I build it and it doesn't work. Because that's what's gonna happen, isn't it? Oh no, I'm an actual idiot. What the hell? Okay, men. There is men there already. Why have I done this? Oh dear God! Right, I think a brain lapse here. Women risers, and it's on F. So it's twice as long. So we're gonna have to start here. Okay, so I don't want it to start there, but let's just open it so you can see. We're going to quantize. No. Too quick for the computer. I didn't want to do that. I would have just quantized everything then. Not good. Right, we quantize that just because it's time related, and then we will bring that there. Okay, so I'm just going to bounce this to audio because I don't want the riser coming in there at all. So I'm going to render this in place. I'm going to try and have a sip of this Coke without it going all over my trousers again. As you Americans say, pants. Coke doesn't taste the same out here. It's got corn syrup in it, that's why. Disgusting. I shouldn't drink it. Okay, so men risers as well. I'm going to just be a butcher here and just cut the front, right? This is going to sound good. I've got that feeling. Hair in my face. I would probably fade this in because I don't just want it quite as like that. Maybe even more. But I don't want to lose too much of it. We have to if it's going to be a decent ride. So let's hear that with the men. Okay, so we're going to bounce this as well. Pre-roll. It's important to make sure if you're going to, I mean this is real basic editing, right? But make sure that you pull the event out so you've got the tail, and always pull it before. It's no good just bouncing straight on. You can recut it and stuff in a bit. Aren't I generous with my Cubase and editing tips? Oh. Stuff like this is good to bounce, bounce in Logic. Because if you don't, then you have a timing problem. It's what happened when you heard the middle section go into a complete bag of dog shit. Like digital dog shit, I should say, or dog's brown, as my uncle always says. Yeah, some things just go out of time. So if you're starting playback from here or anywhere, that you need the start of the MIDI data to trigger the audio, and basically if you start there, it doesn't catch up in time. So sometimes with time dependent stuff like this, it's good to bounce. And now I think we can give this much more of a fair shot. I don't want either or too loud. So I'm going to fade this in as well. If you want to change the fade in Cubase, fade like that, and then double click above, and then you can change the fade, which is useful. So. It's already starting to sound good. beach ball. Okay, so we're just going to leave that as that for now. Okay, I'm not going to need this at the moment. So yeah, let's just get rid of it for now. Okay, men risers. We'll keep this one just so I can actually use. Let's get some whispers, I think. Maybe. Men whispers. Again, in no particular order. I just, you know, whatever. We can start the women whispers if you want. Sad that you have to explain your actions for everything these days. To be fair, but hey, whatever. Men whispers. I'd probably have these on separate tracks for ultimate control. So we'll do that. This just is not going to compete with this, so we're going to put the makeup on. Now, I'm thinking on every downbeat of this. The thing about the colours of tracks, if you have real bright, then obviously I could go into the settings. At least you can see that better now, right? Something I have as well on a touchscreen, I have nudge buttons, and they nudge the data a little bit. Okay, so I mean I've got one on the Raven here, but that is done by quantizing, and the quantizing option is too much sometimes. So if you have the nudge buttons, you can set it up so it can nudge by 5 milliseconds or 10 minutes, whatever your. Work out what your latency is with your playing, and then you can press a button to counter for that. And if you're consistent, then obviously you press that once, and then you can hit quantize. So let's pretend I'm pressing the nudge button, and it moved it roughly in the ballpark. Now when I press quantize, it will quantize to the right place, hopefully. Quantizing didn't just totally shaft me then, right? I think that this was right. Probably mute those ones. I hate to quantize everything, man, I really do, but for the purpose of this, you know, if you don't like a syllable as well, you can go in and change it. So see, that shafted me there. Now it's going to get drowned out here, right? Because obviously, like, things are starting to sort of kick off, I guess. Hopefully, going to kick off. I could do all these at once, but you know, maybe not. I don't even know if it's right. So let's just try this out, and then I'm going to layer it with the female. Duplicate the track, and then we can change the articulation. What did I set the makeup gain to? 9.5. Probably a bit much, isn't it? I don't know. We'll see. So we'll change this, and remember, I haven't put any S syllables in there yet. You know, this would take me hours to make this sound like how I want it and stuff, so I'm just going to do a rough sort of sketch out with this. Liking that one there. Yeah. Do you think that one needs to go? I'm going to turn these right up so I can actually hear them properly. Messy, so we're going to just get rid of them right for now. Just literally keep it simple, stupid right now. Really useful tip. If you use a trackball, right? I have the top two buttons set up so when I press them, if I press the left one, it nudges MIDI data. Right? Let me just quantize this. Here, point in case, right? That needs to be nudged over. So if I select it and I press the right hand button, it does that. Or if I do that, that's really useful, like for editing. Oh, look, this one there. Press that. Done. Oh, it's not quantized. You see what I'm saying? Basically, we need to track offset this as well. It actually sounded pretty bang on, to be fair. Okay, so it's going to get funky. It doesn't reset the, call them round robins, I guess. The syllables doesn't reset them. That might be a cool feature to add. So it always plays back consistently when you go back. Because, let's hear this again. And then it's different every time. So that, I would say, would be a great thing to improve on. So you can actually at least have it so it goes back to the starting syllable that you program it on. I don't know how you do that. I'm not a developer, but you can hear the timing problems that you're going to have if you're bad like me. So what it means is I'm just going to have to go in, choose exact syllables, and bounce the audio and stuff like that. So, but we're not going to do that right now. So save it. Okay, so we turn the volume down. Cool. With a little bit of work, this could sound very, very cool. I'd also put a reverb on it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as it is, out of the box right now. So the next thing we've got to sort out is this climactic moment of terror and fear. Something like that. What are we going to do? Yes, okay. Here was something I was playing around with last night. Is that muted? What's going on with this? Right, yeah, maybe that's why I muted it. I don't know if you have ever used any Keep Forest stuff, but I'm going to say don't ever use it, because then you'll start using it, and it means everyone will start sounding even more the same. No, it's actually truly amazing stuff, but this is from a library called Devastator, and I was using it. I was trying it out here on this middle section. I had to bounce some stuff together just to actually relieve the CPU a bit, but perhaps this might work. Okay, I've I don't even know if it will work. Let's get the voice back out. I know how much you love it. Okay, here we go. Down, 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 ba ba bam, 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 bam. Whatever. Yeah, it could work. Maybe not all the way through. I don't know.
The train is leaving now. Hello.
1, 2. Let's turn you off. Reverb does help it a little bit, doesn't it? To make it so awful. Used to sing in the church choir. What happened to his voice? Well, 20 years of smoking and drinking. I've stopped smoking now and rarely drink, so that's why life is so awful. And at least I'm trying to, feel a bit better, I guess. Will that happen? I don't know. Anyway, this library has a... Do you want to see what it looks like? In fact, of course you want to see what this looks like. This, sorry man, it's going to cost you money now. All right, this is such a badass library. Okay. I'm not going to go into how to use it, but this actually, you can change key of everything, so all the sound design stuff can be in the right key. The reason why you're going to want to buy this library is because you see this robot in the middle. If I click here, he turns. That's why I bought it. I went, oh my god, I need the robot. So click here. Come on, get over here now. Yes, that's right. Look. It takes ages for the library to load up. It probably uses a shit ton of CPU, but it's worth it, man. Anyway, I'm not going to get into this library in this particular video, but there's some cool stuff in here. And one thing it does have a knack of doing, though, is resetting the mod data. So, we're going to ride it in. Actually, no, maybe not. Let's just keep it consistent for a minute. Let's actually get back to the choir. I'll get seriously sidetracked. Okay, so we're just going to put it at maximum. Maybe... That's a nice little medium, not having too much crack on the top of it. Right, so let's just hear what this sounds like. I mean, it might be ridiculous. Okay, so let's get to the choir in there. This is just going to be a rough, let's sketch this out. And I'll worry about the other details in a bit. Add track, instrument. I could have just so copied that again. Main. Okay. Now we will duplicate this. Very good. Okay. Women main. Let's keep the S's off for now. Them together, should we? Okay. Let's put a click track in, perhaps. Cubase does this sometimes, like it just misses the first click. 2, 3. Shut him in. Behavior. We're going to just do this. Probably do that. Let's do it separately. put separately. Definitely screwed up a part of that. I think that was it. Beach ball. No. Yes, beach ball. Does anyone actually like playing beach ball? Sounds kind of in time because I haven't track offset it anyway, but we're going to leave it loose like that for a minute. Oh, I was going to say it's going to really start singing soon. Obviously. Something, I don't know, whatever's going to happen there. Why did it do that? Oh, because it chased the data off, didn't it? Yes, I've got chase boundaries in Cubase settings. I don't know what's going on with this crap. Okay. Something like that. I don't know. However, so what we're going to add there. Oh, I know what we can add. I know what we can add. Right, okay, so let's just see if this works without the ridiculous drums may not sound good. I don't know. Right, but hold on. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring the piano back. No, not that. I guess so. that. No, don't do that. Stop being disobedient. It sounds so silly. What is this? What is this? It's like MIDI graveyard, isn't it? Oh, that was brilliant 2 days ago when I actually had 12 bottles of Coke. Back in the MIDI graveyard for you, son. Right. What is this pass though? Solo. P. Oh. Yes, that's exactly the same part here. So let's. We need a fucking jackhammer drilling down on every bar here, man. Now let's hear the choir. It, haven't we? Got to repeat it. I've got to quantize it first. I don't want to quantize it. I'll tell you what, let's put some brass in there. The hell? Technically not brass, is it? Let's actually let's do this. Let's do the thing. Let's do the Junkie XL dance. Of course, you'll want to see that, won't you? Okay, so I'm not going to go into programming this. I don't think. Maybe I will. Let's see what this sounds like first. I was going to say like different articulations in this library. I don't want to get too sucked into all the other libraries because we're using Oceania, but you know, sometimes you've got to. Sonic Dogs Brown is not acceptable. latency when I play. What setting have we actually got? Oh, it's acceptable, I guess. 383, it's actually doing better than yesterday. Man, I had to pump that shit up to 754 or something. Okay, well... I thought the first was very unconfident. So obviously we're going to have just a casual 12 trombones, because that's what everyone expects these days, 12 of everything. Why is it not changing? Okay, cool. Let's try both. There's latency though on this, man. I can't. Should be okay. Let's see if that goes down. Already taken shape. Now bear in mind in the choir there is no harm, it's just a lead line at the moment. I haven't put any harmonies in there or anything. Also I'm kind of, I don't know whether, you know, if this was a demo track for the choir then I would obviously make this much louder, but I don't know if I want to. I just kind of want the choir to come in. I know what it needs to come in as well. It's just so pile driving. It needs a little roll, doesn't it? So let's see what I've got before. Now, a library that is amazing for percussion, Metropolis Arc 3. I like to vary this kind of stuff on tracks, but you know, it's a trailer track, so maybe it's not needed. Let's just hear what it sounds like. Also hear what this sounds like. Yes, it's badass, man. Okay, so let's just see. I'm going to cut it there so it doesn't give me any grief. Hell yeah. Okay. rhythm's like. I don't want to repeat the same rhythm. I want to have a badass new rhythm. But triplets at the end there. Just keep it simple for a minute. Guess we've got to quantize this, haven't we? And then I guess we've got to change the articulations. So I'm going to use not expression maps. I'm going to use key switches just for now. C1 is sustain legato. We're going to just make sure that that happens. See, this is the thing. I'm going to get sucked into this now. Right, I'm going to put these. I'll try and do it so we can see it. It's good to memorize this stuff, really. Mental note for myself. Always put key switches before the actual hit, otherwise they will not work. Shoddy. So that sounds really good, legato. I was going to say maybe they could change that to Mercato short. So F1. And then E, is it? E Mercato long. Why is it playing other shit? Don't do that. Yeah, I don't want that. I think the legato is fine. That's definitely got to be changed. Maybe staccato. Beach ball. Beach ball. Every time I want to edit, beach ball, man. Yes, I know. Change the autosave time, but if Cubase was actually stable on OS X, I wouldn't even need it, would I? So, you know, 5 minutes is essential. Lo and behold, maybe we have a crash. I do hope not. I thought sign player was fixed. It's just such typical nonsense, isn't it? Maybe if I stop the recording of OBS, it'll fix itself. There you go. Proof in the pudding. The first crash, and you know, oh, there we go. Oh, okay, and another book. Dual beach balls. That must be the autosave kicking in. I was about to slag something off then. Okay. Anyway, it's still not a good sign, is it? Anyway, let's try staccato on here. All I wanted to do was move this. Doing this just adds a bit of realism, man. And then we'll have a short marcato on the F. And then we'll have a long on the E. No, we won't. No, we'll go back to legato. Don't understand why it's not doing what I want. Like a note underneath it. aren't even registering. Oh, that's why. I'm beginning to... No, it should work, shouldn't it? Something's not right with this. It's not switching them. Yeah, look, it's just... Tell you what, we're going to load this again. Clear list. Save, obviously. This is the kind of thing that annoys me, because it's just like, man, why even have these features if they don't work? I mean, I know someone will say, they do work. Yeah, cool. Well, they're not working, are they? We don't have to use 12 horns, but I thought, you know, why not? I never get to use 12 horns in anything, so... Okay, so let's try this again. C1. It's C1. This is correct. There you go. It just doesn't work. What a load of old shit. Yeah, look. These are... How... Let's try... Here. No, it doesn't work. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, with key switches. What the hell? C1. Oh, it's not working. Let's not waste any more time, I guess. How just ridiculous. Let's try C6. There you go. Key switches don't work in JXL Brass today, and that's weird because I've been using them in another project. So I guess for now we'll just keep it on sustains and not enjoy all of the articulations. Bummer. Okay. It just sounds bad, you know, like this. See if they work on this, shall we? Trombones. So C1. Oh. No. I'm a total idiot. It's C minus one, isn't it? It'd be good if it was minus, you know. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's definitely legato. Total idiots. Okay. So let's try this out. Sorry, it all works. It's great. It's fine. Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, so let's do marcato E. Actually, no, we'll legato that. And then we will either staccato or... I'd probably marcato short that, so that'd be F. And then we go back to legato here, maybe. Yeah, and I'm kind of thinking that just hearing in my head different things, that's all. And obviously the... Get this right, it can sound amazing. I've been doing a lot of programming and something else with this. That's why I was surprised I was getting that wrong. Idiot. So just to hear if that makes any difference right now. I mean, like, there's no way I'm going to do this whole thing right now. Like, this would just take hours and hours. And you know, you did come in to listen to Oceania. I should say the Oceania walkthrough is over right now. It's an everything walkthrough. Okay, so let's use some strings. That is a string pattern I used earlier on in the track, which I think would be good for structure to, you know, bring back some of the stuff. Just to give it a rhythm, I think. Just gotta get the rhythm right. Nudge button if you program one, and then it should work fine. Not reinventing the wheel here or anything, but you know, it's to add a driving pulse. I always use like a full ensemble hatch sometimes for when I'm sketching stuff like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to split this out. So let's just repeat this. I don't know if that little tail bit's going to be good with the... I like the choir going up at the end, so that was a nice little happy accident with that, but that might be too busy or clash, so let's just hear it. So let's paste the origin, if you have that set up, is gold. Not so much for right now because everything's cut to the bar, but paste the origin is an essential thing to learn. So let's just turn that off. I'm going to glue these together just for a bit of convenience, and we can program this a little bit. I'm going to keep the violins one as the same. We're going to octave those down, and then we're going to viola. I don't think I'm going to harmonise any of this at the moment. Ooh, that's probably a bit muddy down there. Okay, so without the strings. With the strings. The brass is out of time, and so is the choir as well. Okay, so that's good enough for now. And I'll tell you what it needs when it kicks in. I mean, the choir's massive, but it needs a little something. Speech balling is getting out of control, man. Right, so I did a video the other day on a sound design company, a sound pack, I guess you call it. Again, not to be confused with the MIDI packs. Basically, it's a score to settle, ATS. A score to settle, ASTAS. Oh God, I need a coffee again. Right, anyway, there's some stuff in there that's brilliant. Shit, yeah. Okay, hold on. Just put some stuff in and see what happens. It's probably going to be well too loud, maybe. Make it ridiculous. Okay. So that's layers. Let's copy that and what it is. But that isn't what I was thinking. Maybe that for the, because this little transition with the choir isn't quite right, you know, there needs to be a downer in there as well. That would definitely need to have a bit of cut going on there, I feel. Q2. That could be cool. It could work. It may not. All the sound design is made out of a piano. Oh, yes, this. We are absolutely having that. That will be a nice little touch going into this. You know, this is all just to build stuff, like, it's probably someone shaking their head going, oh god, looping stuff and using pre-made stuff. It's like, well, I just want to write some music. Maybe that. Consume blast. Oh man, that's huge as well, isn't it? I mean, let's try that one out instead. It's actually taking shape. Who would have thought? If you don't own any FabFilter plugins, you probably want to, because they're just amazing. They are amazing. Bear in mind, there is no bass in this mix yet as well, so. That is a... I love the sound of this, but maybe it's a bit big for this. I'm piling stuff in there now. I'm going to try it on here instead. I love that ping, that metal sound that comes in. It's amazing. I don't even want to put anything else there. So it needs, just needs more. Keep piling more. Obviously, there's going to be little rises in every single bar, all that kind of shit. There needs to be a little drop here, though, doesn't there? Like, should we do one? From track, let's get our favourite little. What have we got in here then? Let's try downer, shall we? Yes, word of warning. Like Omnisphere, turn this down. not really suitable, but we're going to put it in there anyway for a laugh. Or to time it. I guess it's as good as mine. Beach ball. Beach ball. Sick of playing beach ball. Good guess. Okay, so it's 2 beats. Yeah, if you don't know that as well, when you double click that, let's change the name. Okay, so we'll capitalize it. Def Downer. If you click off that like you normally do, notice how that's not named like that. If you double click that to highlight it and then press shift and enter, then it changes the region for MIDI. It does that for audio as well, but you've got to go into the pool and change it. Anyway. A bit much in it. I think this other boom thing gets in the way. Right, yeah, I'm getting sucked into this now as well. So I thought that was probably better without that. I don't Yes, well, okay, so let's just have a little listen to it from the start and just see if I've sort of totally screwed this up and made it sound bad or anything like that. I mean, there's just so much stuff that I want to do to this, but you know, I don't want to make the video like 12 hours, really. I don't think people want to tune in for that, right? I mean, we'll listen to the top. is going on with this timing, man? Like, it did it before. I can't even play it. And so on. Oh, well, hopefully this video has been of some use, and you know, hopefully the sound of Oceania II is something that you're digging, because I'm loving it. It's amazing. You know, I go to www.performancesamples.com, and there'll be a load of demos. I'm sure I haven't heard any of them, but you know, the one thing about Jasper Blanc, he always has amazing writers for him. And there'll be walkthroughs, I'm sure, and all that kind of stuff. And if not, don't. And if you like the video, then subscribe and follow and all that kind of stuff, and or don't. do whatever you want. I'm going to start Twitch streaming soon and YouTube streaming. Probably finish this live. I don't know, but just type in Jono, not Bono, and you'll find me. People call me Jono because my last name's Johnson. Anyway. I shall leave you. I want to say thanks so much for giving me a beta copy of this, Jasper. Like, honestly, it's absolutely incredible, and you know, I'm not just saying that because you gave it to me. You know, it sounds amazing, and I'm going to start using this in quite a lot of stuff that I write. So, thank you very much, man, and hope you enjoyed. Hope the video did this justice in any way. So I'll leave you with this. I've been making Twitch buttons and stuff, right, for interactivity. So I'll leave you with this. Thank you, my liege.